Hey, I want to talk about this. I told this guy I was going to answer his question here on the podcast, and he says, "Hey, Steve." And this is a long-winded question, but I got to read this guy's question. He's a truck driver, and he hauls logs for a living. And I told him on an email I'd answer his question. So he goes, Steve, so enough sissy shit talk. I have a question that I can never seem to get an appropriate answer for, or at least an answer I approve/appreciate. I do one of the top 5 dangerous/deadly jobs on the planet. I'm a log truck driver. My job is to take a 30,000-pound semi, climb a big-ass mountain, throw the son of a bitch off-road, grab roughly 35 tons worth of wood, then try to make it back to the road and back down the mountain safely. That being said, I truly agree with all your talk about shitty drivers and wish there was something we could do about it to get everyone's head out of their ass and make daily commutes better. Here's the question. I'm constantly approached by rude, tree-hugging hippies about how could I live with myself knowing that I'm killing trees, wildlife, etc. by hauling logs. The funny part about this is that I'm no small drink of water. I'm 6'1", 275 pounds with a big-ass beard, and these guys have the audacity to gripe at me about it. My initial response is to jerk the slack at them, but I know good damn and well that's not a good option. I'm always trying to find ways to appease them, but I'm always seem to fail, then seem like a bad guy for putting my ass on the line for everybody on the planet that use any type of wood products. What do you say in that type of situation? Once again, love the podcast. You definitely helped me through my 12 to 15 hour day trucking trees. I'm going to listen to every podcast. I started with episode 1 and just finished the 45th episode, so I know that I've got many hours of enjoyment left. Man, so basically he said, what do you say to that type of situation? Here's the thing, and the guy's name is Bruce. Swig of water, Bruce, you hard-working son of a bitch. You know, the tree huggers. I got a neighbor. He lives a few houses down from me, and we started talking about trees one time, and this dude's kind of like earthy, you know, and spiritual. And he was telling me one time about going down to, I don't know, Yosemite or wherever they got them big redwoods or sequoias or wherever they are. And he was telling me, and he literally was talking about hugging one of the trees, and he could feel how happy the tree was. And I was like, you know, I was thinking to myself, all right, dude, that's cool. You know, whatever your gimmick is, that's cool with me. I've tried to climb a tree before, but I never really talked to one, and I didn't really physically hug one and never felt anything out of a tree. I'm not saying that's not possible, but, you know, the reality is, and if you want the reality, I'll give you the reality. You know, some people get up in arms about chopping fucking trees down, but if you got to have some trees to make some paper products, it is what it is. But when a sumbitch starts chapping up your ass for hauling the goddamn things, you got the right to stand up for yourself. I don't believe in everything that everybody does or that their beliefs are, but that's what you do for a living. Keep your head held high. Just go about your business. Try to stay safe. There's some dumb motherfuckers in the world, Bruce. You got to understand that. I drive down the streets of Los Angeles, California every day, or when I'm in Texas, down there in South Texas, and I'm constantly shaking my head about some of the shit that people do. Now, I ain't saying sitting here in my goddamn booth here in my fucking camper out on the set of Broken Skull Challenge that everybody else in the world is a stupid motherfucker, because I'll probably do some things where, you know, a guy would look at me and shake his head and goes, man, look at that dumb bald-headed goatee wearing son of a bitch, big egghead motherfucker, as C.T. Fletcher would say. So it's always going to be someone griping about this or that. But, brother, you got bills to pay, and ain't no business, like you said. You ain't going to get nothing out of jerking a knot at someone, and it ain't going to get you further down the road, and you got a job to do. So fuck everybody. All you got to do is pay those gimmicks that's in the mail, pay your taxes, feed your family, and keep doing what you do. That's what I do. I don't give a flying fuck. You do what makes you happy. You do what you do. Got to put food on the table, and there ain't nothing wrong with hauling the log. So don't let nobody guilt trip you into it either, man. Hey, dude, reality is sometimes trees get chopped down. Sometimes trees get a permit and they must stay. That's just the way the world works, and that's all I got to say with respect to the tree huggers. If there's people out there that can really hug trees and feel them, hey, dude, I'm down with that. I ain't saying anything about the quote-unquote tree huggers, but just the mentality. I ain't the greenest person in the world, but I'll tell you, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm out here and I'm doing all this shit on my own. My wife cooked a bunch of turkey patties for me, 40, so I can eat all my meals through the day. I got a fucking drawer right there. And when I open that drawer, there's a big stack of paper plates and a big stack of paper bowls. And goddamn it, I tell you what, I got more years behind me than I do in front of me. I'm going to use a paper plate, and that's all there is to it. And on top of that, I got a roll of paper towels on my motherfucking cabinet over there. When I spill something, I'll pick up a paper towel and wipe that shit up, because I'm using these fucking towels right here to try to kill all the flies, because I ain't got a fly swatter. This is my third season up here in Agua Dulce, California. You would think, after being here as many times as I have, that I would say, hey, you got to have a fly swatter. Don't even think about water. Don't even think about food. Don't think about the essentials. Don't think about your medications. Don't think about nothing until you buy a fly swatter, because you know you're going to fucking get in some trouble with them goddamn flies.